There is an all-out assault on the Second Amendment in the United States right now. An all-out siege against our gun rights. I'm recording this mid-November, right after the 2012 elections, and as we know, President Obama was re-elected. This video is not about who you like for president, whether it had been Romney or if you like President Obama. That's your business. My goal is to help us keep and bear arms. We are up against the worst anti-gun politicians in the history of this country since the signing of the U.S. Constitution of the United States. The worst ever. All right, I'm going to leave you with this trivia question during the intro, see if you know the answer. What did the Obama administration do hours, just a few hours after he was re-elected? It has to do with gun laws. Welcome to weaponseducation.com. We're going to talk about ways for us to fight all these problems I'm about to speak about that we're up against. Thank you. Let's get into it. What did Obama's administration do hours after he was re-elected? All right, I want to make the statement clear again. It's up to you who you like for president. If you're a Republican, Democrat, Independent, anywhere you are in the world, who you like, that doesn't matter to me or us gun lovers. What matters is we want to keep and bear arms. That's what I'm all about. And now with that said, let's talk facts and let's talk about what's going on. The Obama administration, hours after he was re-elected, went right to the UN and said, let's get that UN arms trade treaty going again. This is true. The UN immediately was, oh, great, because during the year of 2012, and I did a video on it, I called it UN Arms Trade Treaty a scam. And basically what the UN Arms Trade Treaty is a backdoor effort to take away all guns from Americans. And I'm talking to everyone on a worldwide basis because I know you care about us Americans and you don't want to see us lose our freedoms. And what Obama's administration did was say, let's get this thing going again, because back during the year in July of 2012, it ended. The arms trade treaty was moving forward, and then Obama backed off because fears of attack from his rival Mitt Romney. He didn't want to get into a battle with the NRA or Mitt Romney from July of 2012 until election day. Then he got reelected and immediately says, UN, let's get the talks going. Let's get this UN Arms Trade Treaty up and running. Let's give the UN control over America's guns. We'll talk about the Arms Trade Treaty more in the future. So the UN immediately took a vote, 157 votes in favor to discuss this treaty moving forward, and 0 against it. This is the UN, a scam of an organization. For real, on March 18th, 2013, there's going to be 10 days worth of talks on if the United States should be part of this United Nations Armed Trade Treaty. Okay, so with that says, we have a lame duck president. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying it. Whether you like him or not, that's your business. That's fine. You might like him for a lot of reasons, whatever. But we're talking about gun laws here. Now, the Arms Trade Treaty is a backdoor effort to take our guns. Okay? With that said, what else is going on? We have Senator Dianne Feinstein, California. I'm sorry, you Californians. Trying to do an all-out weapons ban on everything. I mean, everything. She co-wrote the so-called, I hate this word, assault weapons ban enacted by the federal government in the 1990s and signed into law by President Clinton in his second term. You see, when you have a president that's in his second term, they're known as a lame duck. Basically, they have nothing to lose. They want to ram everything down our throats as possible because they're not going to be up for re-election. They don't care about the repercussions. Now, this Feinstein, you can Google her, Senator Dianne Feinstein, see what she looks like, and see if she's got that look in her eye, if she's serious or not. And she is the most anti-gun person, I think, on the planet Earth. She's wanting to ban everything. Everything. If I read all this, I'm going to start yelling. This gets me too wound up. But this California senator is a longtime gun hater, and she has been meeting with the ATF on a new assault weapons ban, which is basically going to make us turn in all our guns to the government. If she gets what she wants, it's bad. It's bad. Here's a quote she said before the election, September 5th, 2012. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to say once again in legislation, weapons of war do not belong on our streets. And she wants everything out of our hands. She wants us to turn our firearms into the government. All right. We got also some other problem politicians, and you've heard me slam them on my channel, especially Bloomberg. Okay? I'll say it again. Bloomberg, your gun law mentality is ridiculous and it's bogus. He's trying to make the private sales to citizens illegal. And then you got the Senator Frank Lautenberg, and we got other nasty anti-gun people. All right, so this is my promise from day one when I started the channel, was to bring you as much information about gun laws as possible, whether it's good or bad. Right now it's bad, but we do have one entity who could help us. If you have the Castle Doctrine in your state, if you're in the United States and you have the Castle Doctrine, or any way, shape, or form of it, you get the Stand Your Ground law, you can thank the NRA. It started back in 2005, and it's spread throughout the United States to like 7 states now, thanks to the NRA. They have been battling against gun laws since 1871. What I did over a year ago is I personally, at my expense, flew to Virginia from South Florida. I'm in the Fort Lauderdale area. I did a video at the NRA Museum. If you're into old guns, you know, historic type guns, you can check that video out. Just Google NRA Museum. I'm sure my video will come up. And then I met with some key people there so I could become an NRA recruiter. I mean, that's how much I want this channel to help preserve our freedom in America. And the NRA really is the main entity we have to protect us. And I want to thank the people over the last year and a half or a couple of years who have joined the NRA because of my efforts in doing videos like this. I spoke to some key people there today, and it's gloom and doom for the next couple of years, but it's also positive because we have the NRA. That is our shining light. So I flew to Fairfax. I became an NRA recruiter. I gave them all my legal documents, and I'm going to put a link below, and at the end of the video I'll tell you how to join if you're not already a member. Normally $35, only $25, because through me you get a $10 discount. See, the NRA, they need the numbers just as much as the couple of bucks, the $25 that you're going to pay. And you also get some freebies usually. On renewal, you get a duffel bag or a hat, and it's always changing, things like that. But more importantly, they need the numbers. Because just think of it. Obama doesn't care. He's not getting reelected, or whatever president in the future is a lame duck president. They don't care. They're not getting reelected. But senators, they're up for reelection. And in 2 years, the NRA is going to slam any senator in the United States who is not pro-gun. And they need the numbers. The NRA needs the numbers to go against these people. So you also get other benefits with the NRA. Most importantly is what I just said. You're going to have them give you more good laws like the Castle Doctrine, the Stand Your Ground law. You're going to have them filing lawsuits against bogus laws, against people like this Feinstein and what she's trying to propose. And then you get a nice monthly magazine. You get a choice. I get the American Rifleman magazine. It's a good magazine. That alone's worth $25. You get $2,500 worth of free gun insurance. If your gun gets stolen, you can get reimbursed. You can be any age and from any country in the world. There are so many caring people around the world. People from England, thank you. You've joined the NRA because of my previous videos. Thank you. People from all over the world. Finland. There's so many countries. I can't think of them right now. But thank you for caring about us Americans. We want our freedom, and we're gonna keep it. There's also a link below where I interviewed Wayne LaPierre. You probably know that name. He's the head honcho at the NRA, and he will give you some reasons on why you should join the NRA. Whew. All right, with all that said is, all I want to say now is I'm doing some videos on preparation, like I mentioned on a previous video, on long-term preparation, because I don't know what the future holds. Are we going to have an uprising in the United States, a revolutionary type of who knows what? When everyone starts going to get our guns, are we going to have some type of EMP strike? Like I said, we got problems with North Korea, we got problems with Iran, we got problems with our own citizens in the United States. We got problems where you need to be armed. So I'm doing videos on preparation. I'm working on that, especially long-term food storage, how to maintain some good water for long-term, and how I keep my system for guns and ammunition and shelter. These are the type of things we need to start thinking about over the years to come, not just the next 4 years, for the rest of our life and our children's life. All right, I said enough, but we got some problems with the Harry Reids and the senators I mentioned, and just all the anti-gun politicians. They need to hear from the NRA hard, and the NRA needs our membership. I'm asking you, please, go to my link right now, save $10, pay the $25, be proud to be a gun owner. You get the card, keep it in your wallet, and you're good. You should be proud. Owning a gun is one thing, and the NRA is something else that go hand in hand. Like two things go together like this. You own a gun, you join the NRA. It's all part of it. Thank you. I'll be getting involved with some good preparation videos to teach you how to stay alive. Check it out.